So, do you really want to be making Donna breakfast in bed? Get up. Come on, up. Up.
It's all right for you. You got the week off.
It's a study week.
You driving?
Yep.
Nathan, come on. We're leaving.
Nathan's keen.
Yeah, tell me about it. We did 20 laps, he does 40.
When's the triathlon?
3 weeks. It's getting serious. Goldberg Whitney got a good team this year.
Who are they?
Oh, same as us. Accountants, our biggest rivals in and out of the pool. Water police? Thought you were the docs.
Yeah, no, I am. It's part of my police training.
If you can't swim, get out of the pool.
Sorry, mate.
Nathan, come on.
I'm sick of you idiots. People are trying to train you and all you want to do is play silly buggers.
Yes, mate, get your hands off me. I'm a police officer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and then there's Eva, right? Now, she's up half the night, either changing positions because she's so huge, or she's peeing because the baby's pressing up against the bladder.
Give it a rest, Gav. I'm trying to have breakfast.
Of course, you know, pregnancy's a shoo-in compared to swimming. Now, there's a blood sport, right?
It's not my fault she hangs out with psychos.
Nathan's not a psycho, he's an accountant.
What's the difference?
Oh, Nathan, is it?
Yes, Nathan is just a friend.
Right, you knocked him back?
Yes, he did ask me out, and I said no, and he stopped asking.
So you broke his heart?
It's probably why he broke my eye.
Yeah, right. So how are you going to explain that to Hawker?
I was hoping not to.
Right, good luck.
These Savage guys say what it was that they pulled out of the water?
No.
Victory's mine! If I was you, I'd give up that morning swim, Matt. Better rest that eye. Yes, yes, yes!
You haven't won yet.
Righto, so, what's the bet?
Breakfast in bed for the next 2 weeks if I don't turn up for the morning swim for a fortnight straight.
What, Donna's immune to salmonella poisoning, is she?
She's not going to get the chance to find out. Put that back on.
Whoa, whoa!
Hear this. Hello. Handcuffs. Now we're cooking concrete boots.
Yeah, but where's the person who was wearing them, huh?
Oh.
Compliance plate's still here. Manufacturers might be able to use the serial number to track down the owner.
What, you think so? This thing's been in there for years.
Any money in the big gets?
Not sure, Mick, but she's still rattling.
I wonder if these are peelers.
No, I couldn't see a crest on them. What we got there, Mick? Salvage barge dredged this old pokey out of the harbour. Look what was attached to him.
Ah. Now there's a little piece of history. Springfield, Massachusetts. Standard police issue to 1961. Then Lithgow bought the licence and they started producing them here. Oh, there you go. Just make out the serial number. Shouldn't be too hard to find out who they were issued to. Divers searching the location?
Oh, not yet. It's 30 years old. What are they going to find, Chief?
Dunno, Mick. Someone's history.
It's not getting enough. That's his problem.
Okay, you want to take the cuffs? I'll take the machine.
Yeah, sure, Alex.
Any word from Vanessa?
Word. What do you mean by word? Do you mean am I still seeing her?
No, I mean, how's she getting on? Is she settling in? You are still seeing her, aren't you?
Not as often as I'd like, considering we're 2 hours away from each other.
Very formal turnout this morning.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Now, if these are from the police association, I did tell them to leave them
No,
downstairs.
they're actually,
The history of the Sydney Water Police by Jeffrey B. Hawker.
You finished it?
last month. Please, take it. Have a read. Give me some feedback. I'd appreciate it.
How many did you get printed?
Oh, I can't remember now, Helen. It might have been 400.
Well, I shall look forward to reading it. Thank you. Hey, you'll have to find yourself a new hobby now, eh? So what exactly happened to the Gaming Squad's files when they disbanded?
Yeah, well, you know, they're police issue handcuffs, mate. There's got to be a record somewhere.
Yeah, right. Fantastic. OK, thanks, bye. They're going to call me back.
Did they say what decade? Yeah, I got the serial number here. Have you got a pen? Yeah, it's 474732. That's 474732. All right, yeah, I can hold you. Where are you going?
I'm going to the pokey manufacturers. At least their files are all in one place.
Don't knock yourself out.
No, I wouldn't dream of it.
Mate, if this isn't claimed, I'm going to bid for it at the end of your auction.
Come on, Matt, this thing's been in the harbour for years. A bit of spray's not going to get the thing going.
Mate, it'd be so cool to have one of these at home.
Yeah. Geez, that eye of yours is getting worse. Just look.
It's just a bruising.
That'd be the voice of experience, wouldn't it, Quinn? What happened this time, mate? Did you walk into a door? My office. Sir.
Jackpot.
What are you doing here, Alex?
Manufacturers pointed me to the Castro Club, home of the missing poker machine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, this is where they lost the handcuffs too. What, is this it?
Well, it was. You know, nothing ever gets sold anymore in this city, does it?
Hey, listen, the handcuffs went missing in April '78.
Righto.
A young constable came here and he lost them during a scuffle.
Right. And the poker machine walks out the door 3 years later. Hot canary flew out the window.
What?
Oh, she was a hot canary, 20-cent machine, $1,000 jackpot. Anyway, so how did you go with that constable?
With a gold pussycat.
Oh, stuff it.
No, his name's Kelvin Hastings, poor bloke. 2 months on the job, then he loses his cuffs.
Oh, no, is he still active?
No, retired on a disability pension a couple of years ago, I think.
Oh, so what's he doing?
Quinn, did he hit you before or after you told him that you were a police officer?
After.
Then why didn't you charge him?
Well, it wasn't as if it was in the line of duty, sir.
Oh, in the line of duty, off duty, on duty, it doesn't matter. Someone assaulted you because you're a police officer. Now, that is an insult not only to you, but to the entire police service. And you let him get away with it. Think about it, Quinn.
Yes, sir.
Listen, Mick, can we just wait till he's finished his physio?
It could be hours, Alex.
Well, you're keen all of a sudden.
No, I'm not keen. I just want to get this over and done with, OK? So come on, let's go.
Come.
We're looking for Kelvin Hastings.
This is the therapy room. There's a first. I'm Hastings.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir.
Detective Riley, Detective Sinclair, Water Police.
Fellow officers.
That's an officer, always an officer.
She's my kind of lady.
1978, do you remember that year very well?
Oh, yeah.
You lost a pair of handcuffs.
You, leave now. You found them?
We might have.
Where did you find them?
No, the way it works is we ask the questions and you give the answers.
No. Way it works, I say nothing until I see the cuffs. 474732. Is that the serial number?
They're your cuffs, Mr. Hastings. I'd say they're a little bit rusted.
This piece of equipment ruined my life. I was 19, the force was all I wanted, and then these got stolen, and they called me cuffless. They thought it was a joke. So they sent me to the country to get rid of me.
That must have been hard.
It was just the beginning. The knee, this cowcocky built this fence too low for a bull at the local show, and it got out and gored me. Then I ended up back in town on a desk. That's what these cuffs did to me. Huh. A hot canary. I should have twigged. Castro Club. All those years ago, I was sent down to break up a disturbance. Inez Turner, crazy woman. She came back from a toilet break. Someone was playing this machine. She bashed them. Bashed this guy. Husband stepped in to help, and that's when well, that's when someone stole my handcuffs.
So, how do you know this is the same hot canary?
Come on. You're the detectives, hey? You've checked the compliance plate, have you? You know where it's from?
Yeah.
I'm right, aren't I?
It's from the Castro Club. But the poker machine didn't go missing the night that you lost your handcuffs.
This was stolen 3 years later. So how do you think these two got connected?
This machine was used to help murder someone. I think you should be following that theory. Someone was handcuffed to this machine and then just thrown into the sea.
I'm just saying that I think we should speak to him. I mean, Gavin says he's talking about bidding for the damn thing and bringing it home.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't worry about it. Everything has to be kept for at least 3 months before it can be auctioned off.
Great, it's going to be pinball machines next. This is the guy who hit Matt.
It's okay, I'm not armed.
Can I help you?
Actually, I want to see you, mate.
And that would be Senior Constable Quinn?
I want to apologise.
Go down on bended knees, more like it.
I'll go and get him.
So what happened? You got to work, reality hit in, and you realised what an idiot you'd been?
Yeah, something like that.
I must have been crazy. I mean, seriously, I don't know what's happening to me. I know it sounds like an excuse, but I just keep getting these headaches and I just lose it.
Why don't you give us a call if you remember anybody else being in the club when you lost your cuffs?
Depends.
Why is that, Mr. Hastings?
You help me, I help you.
Listen, you're an ex-cop. You know how this works. This is a possible murder case. Just drives me mad. This is a guy who wears the keys to his missing handcuffs around his neck for like 20 years. He is a loop.
But it did work out that we found the poker machine in the harbour.
Hello, we are the water police, Michael. I mean, that may have been Inspector Clouseau's first clue. It was a hot canary, I should have known. I mean, hello.
All right, Al, let's go and see what Inez Turner knows, eh?
Quinn? Sir? Look, I just want to let you know that it wasn't you, it was me. I shouldn't have hit you, and I'm really sorry.
Well, just so you realise, I could have arrested you, you know?
Okay, but... Look, didn't you hear I said sorry?
Yeah, I heard, and I think you've done the right thing.
You can't even accept an apology without being a prick.
Hey, come on, man. Listen, mate, you've said your piece, and I think you should leave. Now.
Yeah?
Yes. All right. This time I am charging you with assaulting a police officer, so if you'd like to step this way, I'll read you your rights. You do not have to say or do anything unless you choose to do so, but anything you do say may be used against you in court of law.
Mrs. Turner?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Detective St. Clair. This is Detective Riley. We got your address from your old neighbour.
In Darwin?
Inez Turner?
Oh, no. I'm Delia. I'm Gerald's second wife. Gerald! Come in.
We were wondering how we were going to get all this done tonight.
International Year of the Volunteer.
Ordinary people, extraordinary contribution.
Right, that's my pile finished. You better get a wriggle on, Michael. Yeah. So, Mr. Turner, we really need to know the whereabouts of your first wife.
Inez hasn't been in touch for years, has she, Gerald?
Not a word.
Do you have a forwarding address?
No. Excuse me.
Yeah. How about a photograph of Inez that we could take away with us?
Oh, yeah, I think I do.
Do?
Hello. Yes, well, thanks. Yourself?
I know it's here somewhere.
Ah, no. When did that happen? Ah, just a minute. Mrs. Buckley died.
Oh, poor old thing. I used to sit with her, take her shopping, read her the paper.
That leaves Tuesdays, Thursdays and Fridays.
Oh, tell her anything but Mondays. Mondays are sacred. It's for Jonas.
All right, your grandson.
No, he's paraplegic. His mum needs a rest, so we give her Mondays. Isn't he gorgeous? Oh, yes, here it is.
Oh, this is your wedding photo?
No, Inez and Gerald. That's me there. I was the bridesmaid. Oh, didn't I tell you? Inez is my sister.
Marrying the sister's a bit odd, isn't it?
Maybe he figured he picked the wrong one.
Divers found a bone. Same area they found the poker machine.
A bone?
A femur, according to Woods. Bit of history there, Mick. Just got to look, mate.
Yeah, but one bone does not make a murder, Chief. I still reckon he's not getting any.
Did you hear he's written a book?
Oh, we have to get a copy, eh?
My uncle wrote a book on the family history, right? You want to hear boring?
Hey, listen, I can't find this Inez Turner anywhere. Certainly not in Queensland or New South Wales. I've gone through bank accounts, tax returns, the lot. Nothing at all.
Except a femur.
Well, it looks like we'll have to speak to Inspector Clouseau again, eh? Find out what he knows about Gerald and Inez.
All yours.
Amazing how useful someone can be who's not in the force anymore, isn't it?
So what can you tell us?
What do you want to know?
The divers found a bone.
Huh. So, now it's murder?
No, that's not what I'm saying, Mr. Hastings. In here, please.
Well, Inez Turner used to argue with everybody.
With her husband?
Yeah, made his life hell. Treated him like a doormat.
How?
He was the maintenance man at the club. Every time there was a ruckus, he was dragged in to try and stop it. Man who can't control his wife. How do you think he feels? He was there the night my cuffs went missing. What was his name? Gerald.
When exactly did your wife leave you?
It was summer, I think. Dolly would know. I rang her.
And this was in 1981?
Yes, Christmas.
Right. What was their marriage like?
I couldn't tell you. I rarely saw them. We were in Darwin. I'd hear from Gerald occasionally, but that was about it.
Not from Inez?
Inez never really thought about anyone but herself.
Right. So was Gerald upset when Inez left?
Of course he was. No one likes to see a marriage fail. There were lots of debts.
There was gambling. That was the problem. She had a real problem.
Do you remember the Castro Club, Gerald?
Yes, I worked there for about 10 years as a maintenance mechanic.
Well, in March 1978, there was a fight at the club. Do you remember this fight?
There were lots of fights.
Well, in this particular incident, a police officer's handcuffs were stolen.
Sorry.
Right, what about 3 years later? One of the poker machines was stolen.
Oh, God, yes. Inez's favourite machine, the Hot Canary.
So was Inez upset about the marriage failing?
I don't know.
When did you last see your sister?
76. Families. It's awful, isn't it?
When did you and your current wife, Delia, get together?
About 10 years ago, after Dolly's husband died. I wrote her a letter.
It was such a nice letter. It all started after that. We just talked more often. And one thing led to another, and 7 years ago, he and Inez were divorced, and 5 years ago, we were married.
Right, so if they got divorced, presumably they kept in touch.
Yes, I think so.
Where did you send the divorce papers to Inez?
To a post office box. She was living on the Gold Coast.
Well, she was your sister. You didn't find her strange she never kept in touch?
Inez was strange. I never understood her. I used to find it quite upsetting, really.
Hey, Chief.
Right. We're any closer to locating this woman?
Probably not.
Well, they reckon that she had good reason to disappear. She was a chronic gambler. She had money all over the place.
Do you believe him?
I don't know. Maybe he's hiding something.
Well, I believe her. I don't think she's capable of lying.
Excuse me a minute. Hello, Hawkeye. Yeah, okay, hang on. Would you mind just...
Yeah. Yeah.
See if we can find out what he's hiding, Mick.
No worries.
Vanessa.
You read the pathologist report? All the estimates fit. Age, height,
Yeah,
sex.
it's one bone. It doesn't mean it's Inez.
We could get Delia to give us a DNA sample to compare. I mean, if the bones are sisters, then we'll know.
Yeah.
You don't want it to be Inez.
Well, I don't want to think that Joe killed his wife, no.
The wheelchair get to you, Alex.
It's hard to find people to do respite care.
Do you want me to bring anything up this weekend? A paintbrush. Yeah, no worries. Al Capone. Right.
Oh, yeah, you sure you got enough cheese on that?
The man's blind, Donna.
That's right, twice in one day. That must be a new world record. Stay away from swimming, that's what I say.
Let's just get this straight. I'm not going to cook you breakfast in bed for 2 weeks, even if it kills me.
That Nathan guy's a thug, is he?
No, he's not. He's actually sick. He told me he's been having headaches.
He's not sick. The guy's on the old horse juice. Steroids?
That's ridiculous. The guy's a health freak. He drinks nothing but carrot juice.
So naive.
You had enough?
You biker. None of absolutely blood,
Enough. Hey.
Nathan! Call an ambulance! Nathan! Nathan!
Clear as airways. There's no pulse.
Hey, you're in early.
Gerald got a divorce, all right, in absentia. He lied. He didn't get in contact with Inez.
Okay, so why did he lie?
Because he knows she's dead, Alex. And Delia knows it too.
What, she's involved now? Mick, she was in Darwin.
She hasn't heard from her sister in years and it doesn't worry her. It worries me.
I expect you both to order at least one copy of Hawker's book, please.
Look, you're wrong about Delia.
Alex, I agree with you. They are great people. They are. But what if they're doing all these good deeds to make up for all their past sins?
Yeah, Sinclair.
There's a crazy man outside our house.
Okay, where is he? Is he on your property?
No, he's just outside the gate.
Okay, do you recognise him?
No. He's got a limp.
Okay, stay put. We'll be right there. Mick, that's Inspector Clouseau. He's harassing the Turners.
You right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Turner! I know you're in there! Hey. Hey, Mr. Turner! Come on. Let's just go back here. Come on. Turner!
Look, I am not stupid. I can put two and two together. He was there, he killed his wife, and he stole my handcuffs.
Come on. Let's just go over here. Come on.
You stole my handcuffs, you bastard! You were there, you stole them!
Good Lord. It's cuffless.
You stole my handcuffs. You stole my handcuffs!
I did not steal your bloody cuff. You lost them, somebody picked them up.
Liar! Liar!
The manager of that Casgrove club had those things hanging in the back room for years. They were a talking point. Everyone knew they were there. Even your fellow cops knew they were there. You were a joke even before you lost your cuffs, cuffless.
I thought you didn't know anything about those cuffs.
Look, it was over 20 years. I forgot.
You're a liar, Gerald. You lied about the divorce. You didn't write to Inez. Her Medicare number hasn't been accessed. There's no tax record. There's no social security. You ask me, I'd say she was dead.
Inez wanted to get lost. She owed too many people money. It took me 5 years to pay off her debts. She used to buy things on credit and then pawn them. I knew she gambled. I just had no idea how bad.
So you divorced her?
Well, she'd been gone 7 years. More. I fell in love with Deli. I wanted to marry her. I wasn't aware I was doing anything illegal.
And you divorced her in absentia? I mean, that's what you told Delia?
Sometimes a lie's easier.
It's my belief, Mr. Turner, that you killed your first wife, Inez.
We had an argument. I found out she'd forged my signature to take out a second mortgage on our home. She packed a bag and walked out. And I haven't seen her since.
Yep. Yeah, okay. Thanks. Thank you very much.
But no more.
The autopsy shows that Nathan died of heart failure, but there was evidence of steroid use.
No, they're wrong.
Well, Everett told them in his statement.
No, see, the guy was a complete health nutty. He even used to get stuck into me for drinking coffee. He didn't touch caffeine. He didn't touch anything.
Well, he can't have been trying too hard to hide it if Everett knew.
I'm gonna go talk to him.
Oh, Sophie, Blakemore's gonna...
What?
I have to go pee.
Gee, Robert De Niro's ordered a lot.
And while you're up there, can you drink
Hi. I went to your office. They said that you were here.
Yeah, he still had all his stuff here.
I can't believe that he was using steroids.
Yeah, look, this triathlon isn't just a competition. Our careers depend on it. A win in the pool means we're all winners in the office. Promotions, partnerships. Nathan was the weak spot in the team, and he knew it.
That's what he said to you? That's why he was taking steroids?
Yeah, I suppose so. Look, just leave it. It's too late now anyway.
Why would Nathan tell me that he was worried about headaches if he knew that he was taking steroids? He'd obviously know what the side effects were.
And what would testing the powder tell us? That Nathan was ingesting steroids? We already know that.
Nathan was murdered.
There's no proof of that.
Why else would Everett be trying to get rid of it? He was obviously trying to destroy the evidence.
Evidence? What evidence? The powder in the bag? Maybe the lid came off. And the lid will most certainly come off your career if you don't stop overstepping the mark. Now go away. Go away.
What's she saying?
Honestly.
Someone spiked his drink.
She's like a one-man vigilante team. She keeps this up, she won't have a career.
Oh, come on, Helen. She's enthusiastic, she's got a brain. Let's not squeeze all the passion out of her.
No, no, no. I want her to get a chance to apply it, and she won't at this rate.
We'll just do the test.
Look, the LAC has already submitted their brief to the coroner, and as far as they're concerned, the investigation's over.
We'll just do it, Helen.
And if she's wrong?
Well, if she's wrong, then she'll get into trouble. But if she's right, well, she showed initiative.
Human remains?
Yes. We believe that they may be the remains of your sister Inez. If we had a sample of your genetic material, we would be able to establish whether the remains actually belong to your sister or not. It's a pretty straightforward procedure, Delia. What we do is take a saliva swab and...
No. You okay, Delia? Can I get you some water? Listen, all this test will do is identify the victim. Okay, nothing else. It won't tell us who killed her or how she died. See, if you knew for sure it was her, then you could put her to rest. She'd be at peace.
I'm sorry, I won't do it.
So what were you doing in there, Alex?
Huh? Trying to get her to take that test.
You as good as told her that we don't have a case against her husband.
Right, well, we don't have a case. The only solid piece of evidence we have is that bone. Everything else is circumstantial.
She's covering for him, Alex.
Yeah, maybe she is, but that doesn't help us any. We can't force her to give DNA. We can only get a court order if she's criminally involved.
She might not have been involved back then, but she's involved now. It's about time she realised it.
Righto.
Hey, Soph, you were right about that protein mix. Oxymethylone, a few other things in there that are unpronounceable. Anyway, they're pretty potent steroids. Unfortunately, Helen was right too. There's nothing in there you can really prove.
What, just that he was taking them?
LAC will hand it to the coroner. That's the way it goes. That's life. Oh, Corleone family seem interested. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beauty.
This is the machine that your sister used to play. According to witnesses, she was very possessive about it. When the machine was found, these handcuffs were still attached to the lever. One of the cuffs was attached to the base of the machine at the bottom of the lever here. And the other cuff would have been attached to the wrist of the victim. The weight of the machine would have pulled them to the bottom of the ocean very quickly, where they'd drowned. Wouldn't have been a very nice way to die, Mrs. Turner.
At least with DNA, you'd know for sure.
All right, I'll do it. I'll have the test.
Thank you.
You were going up to see Vanessa this weekend?
Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, I thought I'd go up there and give her a bit of a hand with a flat.
All right, good. Hey, I read that book.
Oh, yeah? What'd you think?
I thought it was very interesting.
Yeah?
Yep, I reckon a place like this needs a history and interesting cases. It's a little wordy.
Oh, it's a history, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Ah, good.
Yeah, you've been working on it so long. What prompted you to finish it?
Well, time marches on, Helen. Thought I'd better finish the damn thing. 25 years of service. Received it yesterday morning. I mean, I'd been notified ages ago. I'd forgotten about it. Just gave me a bit of a kick up the bum, really.
Oh, dear. I thought it was an engagement ring.
Why would you think that?
No reason.
Ran a title check on Gerald's old house, found out about the mortgage.
Oh, yeah, this is the second mortgage.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. The bank sends out a repossession notice on the 22nd of November. The poker machine goes missing at the Castro Club on the 23rd of November. Gerald gets the letter, okay? He reads it, he finds out that Inez has mortgaged them to the hilt. He's going to lose everything.
Okay, that's motive.
So now do you think he did it?
I always thought he did it. I mean, proving it is something else, right?
Well, now we got motive. We just got to get means. He had to have a boat.
Well, I already checked with Waterways. He had a cabin cruiser, a little putt-putt.
They're wrong what they say about you, you know?
Everett knows who spiked Nathan's sports drink. I mean, maybe he did it himself. Otherwise, why would he be hiding the powder?
We have got no evidence. What we've got here is just supposition.
Well, I go see him, ask him.
You don't know anything about this guy, Sophie. You front up pointing the finger. How's he going to react?
Righto, Soph. I go in there and start making straight out accusations, all right? Just go in easy.
You spiked Nathan's sports drink, didn't you?
You don't know what you're talking about.
I took the tin, Everett. I had it analysed.
He was using steroids. He mixed it in his powder, he told me. So what?
What, and you didn't stop him? You didn't do anything about it? Is that the sort of team spirit that your company's after?
Just stay out of this. You want trouble?
Is that how you handled Nathan? What, you threatened him? You told him to train harder? You told him to take steroids? Or did you just spike his drink?
Look, you just don't know what you're talking about.
It's win at all costs, isn't it, Everett?
No.
We will get a warrant. We will have all these lockers searched. Any tins we find will have the powder tested, and I will see that you are personally charged with illegally supplying the entire team.
Look, he just didn't have the stamina. I only spiked Nathan's, that's all, no one else's. He should have been safe.
But he wasn't. He's dead.
I didn't know he'd doubled his intake of the protein drink. I just opened the tin, and when I saw it was almost empty,
Well, you killed him for some stupid competition.
Everett, I'll take you in, mate.
The Rowboat Guard was formed in 1789 by Governor Phillip. They were the first police force in Australia. In 1830, they became the Water Police. I'm falling asleep here.
Oh, come on, it's not supposed to be thrilling.
Yeah, but does it have to be that boring?
Well, I admit it's not the most exciting piece of literature, but once you get over the prose and you move on to the contents, it's perfectly readable.
Give me those detectives.
Oh, sir, if you'd like to sit... Hey, yo.
Riley! 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 She's not doing that test. Right. She's not doing that test.
Is that what you told her?
That's what she told me. She told me she won't do it. She's a good woman. She doesn't deserve any of this.
No, she doesn't.
And I'm not evil.
Listen, I understand that, Mr.
No.
Turner, but...
No, you don't.
OK, so help me understand.
Just imagine there's a man, hard-working, but his wife's a chronic gambler, and it makes their life hell. And one day, he comes home and finds that the bank's going to repossess their home.
So what does he do?
He knows it's the gambling, so he thinks, get rid of that mongrel machine. Give her a fright. Maybe she'll get the message. So he steals the machine, puts it on a boat, and then tricks his wife on board.
And why would he do that?
He knows that if he can get rid of that machine, everything will be better. Just take it out in the middle of the harbour and tip it over.
That's not what happens, is it?
No. No, everything goes horribly wrong. He shows her the cuffs, and he says that he should handcuff her to the machine and push them both over. And he says he will too, unless she tips that bloody thing overboard. And she grabs the cuffs and she clips herself to the machine. And she says, go on, now push us both over. You wouldn't have the guts, would you? You're a coward. He's lost everything. And she's laughing at him. And they struggle. You know, they both go overboard. God forgive him.
And we cannot prove a thing.
So what's going to happen to him now?
Manslaughter at worst, Legal supply at best, I'd say.
So, Sophie, you were right all along.
Yeah, impressive, really. Like a dog with a bone.
Just like the old Jack Christie, huh? Chip off the old block.
Hey, not off that block.
Oh, Chippy, you can't help it, mate. You got his genes.
Oh, she's even starting to look like him.
Oh, you're very funny.
It's like him as well.
Yeah, like a girl. Like a little girl.
He's paying for it.
No, he's not. When you help people, it makes you feel good. That's not punishment, Alex.
Okay, well, it's an unsolved case, right? Unsolved murder cases never close.
Well, at least someone's not giving up.